Hello children, how are you? Welcome back to our digital class in English. I know you are eagerly waiting for our English class. In the last session, you have learnt the lesson The Man Without the Beast and enjoyed yourself a lot. Now, in this session, you are going to learn how to construct and deliver a speech. A speech is generally the most effective delivering the message, particularly in meetings, in seminars, in conferences. And you know the great speakers like Swami Vivekananda, Martin Luther King, and our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and our Chief Minister 𝗂𝗽𝗃𝗃 made the audience spellbound with their speeches. Okay, children, before going to our session, let us know the objectives of this session. You will be able to make an effort to read and comprehend the text individually and collaboratively. Think on the speech you have read. Generate the main points to be expressed in the speech. Identify the ideas related to a speech. Write a speech script individually and in group by following the features related to them. Edit and refine the draft of the speech. And lastly, present the speech script orally. Children, now watch this video of an interesting speech delivered by 𝗬𝗏 𝗧𝗏, and while observing this video, just observe yourself the way she addressed, the way she introduced the topic, the way she narrated the theme and presented examples and conclusion. While watching this video, just observe the way she addressed, the way she presented the theme and the way she presented the examples and conclusion.
Hello, I'm 𝗬𝗏 𝗧𝗏 speaking for ECHO, the Environmental Children's Organization. We're a group of 12 and 13-year-olds trying to make a difference. Vanessa Suddy, Morgan Geisler, Michelle Quigg, and me. We've raised all the money to come here ourselves, to come 5,000 miles to tell you adults you must change your ways. Coming up here today, I have no hidden agenda. I am fighting for my future. Losing my future is not like losing an election or a few points on the stock market. I am here to speak for all generations to come. I am here to speak on behalf of the starving children around the world whose cries go unheard. I am here to speak for the countless animals dying across this planet because they have nowhere left to go. I am afraid to go out in the sun now because of the holes in our ozone. I am afraid to breathe the air because I don't know what chemicals are in it. I used to go fishing in Vancouver, my home, with my dad until just a few years ago we found the fish full of cancers. And now we hear of animals and plants going extinct every day, vanishing forever. In my life, I have dreamt of seeing the great herds of wild animals, jungles and rainforests full of birds and butterflies, but now I wonder if they will even exist for my children to see. Did you have to worry of these things when you were my age? All this is happening before our eyes, and yet we act as if we have all the time we want and all the solutions. I'm only a child, and I don't have all the solutions. But I want you to realize, neither do you. You don't know how to fix the holes in our ozone layer. You don't know how to bring the salmon back up a dead stream. You don't know how to bring back an animal now extinct. And you can't bring back the forest that once grew where there is now a desert. If you don't know how to fix it, Please stop breaking it. Here, you may be delegates of your government, business people, organizers, reporters, or politicians, but really, your mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, aunts and uncles, and all of you are someone's child. I'm only a child, yet I know we are all part of a family, 5 billion strong, in fact, 30 million species strong, and borders and governments will never change that. I'm only a child, yet I know we are all in this together and should act as one single world towards one single goal. In my anger, I am not blind, and in my fear, I am not afraid of telling the world how I feel. In my country, we make so much waste. We buy and throw away, buy and throw away, buy and throw away, and yet northern countries will not share with the needy. Even when we have more than enough, we are afraid to share. We are afraid to let go of some of our wealth. In Canada, we live the privileged life with plenty of food, water, and shelter. We have watches, bicycles, computers, and television sets. The list could go on for 2 days. 2 days ago here in Brazil, we were shocked when we spent time with some children living on the streets. This is what one child told us. I wish I was rich. And if I were, I would give all the street children food, clothes, medicines, shelter, and love and affection. If a child on the streets who has nothing is willing to share, why are we who have everything still so greedy? I can't stop thinking that these are children my own age, that it makes a tremendous difference where you are born. That I could be one of those children living in the favelas of Rio. I could be a child starving in Somalia, or a victim of war in the Middle East, or a beggar in India. I am only a child, yet I know if all the money spent on war was spent on finding environmental answers, ending poverty, and finding treaties, what a wonderful place this earth would be. At school, even in kindergarten, you teach us how to behave in the world. You teach us not to fight with others, to work things out, to respect others, to clean up our mess, not to hurt other creatures, to share, not be greedy. Then why do you go out and do the things you tell us not to do? Do not forget why you are attending these conferences, who you're doing this for. We are your own children. You are deciding what kind of a world we are growing up in. Parents should be able to comfort their children by saying, everything's going to be all right. It's not the end of the world, and we're doing the best we can. But I don't think you can say that to us anymore. Are we even on your list of priorities? My dad always says, you are what you do, not what you say. Well, what you do makes me cry at night. You grown-ups say you love us, but I challenge you, please, make your actions reflect your words. Thank you.
Children, just think about these questions. What is the video about? What is the speaker speaking about? Have you ever given speech on any occasion in your school? Is the speech interesting? What makes the speech interesting? What features have you observed in the speech? Yes, it is interesting. The way she addressed it is wonderful. Children, let us know the features of a good speech. The first one is a salutation or greeting. Usually, the phrases that we can use, respected headmaster, teachers and your friends, are Honorable Sarpanch, respected headmaster, teachers and my dear students, or else His Highness Minister of Finance, Honorable Sarpanch, respected headmaster and teachers, and my dear friends. In this way we can give a salutation or a greeting. The next feature is introducing the topic, that is very interesting in the speech. The third one is narration of facts. While narrating the facts, the first one is the contextual relevance. The ideas or supporting sentences should be suitable and relevant to the topic. The next topic, organization of ideas. The ideas that are in the speech should be well organized so that the targeted audience feel good. The next one, argument and language. Use of arguments and language. The language that we use in speech in an interactive way. Argument should be through thought provoking. The next one, using examples and quotations. If we give our personal experience as an example, the speech will be more interesting and more realistic. Next one, coherence in ideas. There should be a sequential order in presenting the ideas. Not only that there should be a connection between the ideas. Next, the presenting a point of view. Whatever the point that we are presenting should be clear. Next, we should use a well formed sentences and constructions. The eighth one, using a proper word form. Using a proper word form. Here we have to follow subject, verb, object. And one more example here. He is strong enough to fight with Dara Singh. Here enough is used after adjective. And one more example, he has enough money to build a house. Here enough is placed before money, before noun. In this way we have to use the correct form of word order. Maintaining conventions of writing. Here we have to use a proper punctuation marks is very important. The next feature of this speech is authentic. The facts and figure presented in a speech must be authentic and true. And lastly, conclusion. The way that we can conclude in the speech. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Children, you have watched a video just a few minutes back. Now let us try to answer the questions. How do you start your speech? What are the steps involved in the speech? How do you end your speech? Children, a good speech might contain the following: rhetorical questions, repetition, a list of 3 words, emotive language, direct address, evidence. The evidence must be statics, quotations, examples. Here is an example script of a good speech for you. Good morning to you all. Dear students, have you ever felt afraid to walk around the school by yourself? Here it is rhetorical question. In a recent survey carried out by the school council, 70%, 70% of us have been bullied at some time in our life at school. The bullies are violent, vicious and vindictive. Here it is a list of 3. Unfortunately, they are getting away with it. Can this be fair? Here it is a direct addressing. We the victims are afraid of being too smart or too stupid. We are afraid of anything that might draw attention of ourselves, the wrong trainers. We are afraid the time has come for the fear to stop. Here the above lines are direct address. The bullies terrify other students and they are cowards themselves. If we pull together, we can fight this fear. Join me and fight this fear today. Now children, prepare a speech that you would like to make on the World Environment Day. You can make use of the following clues or ideas: the threats to animals and plants, the pollution of air, water, earth and consequences, the need to preserve our environment for ourselves and for the future generations. Before going to write the script of speech, let me give ideas so that you can get some ideas about writing speech. When do we celebrate the World Environment Day? Yes, you are right. On 5th June, we celebrate the Environment Day. Why should we celebrate it? Yes, because it is very important to raise the global awareness about our environment, as there is a rapid change in the environment. Now, the next question: why should we have awareness about it? Of course, because the nature consists of all living beings which are dependent on each other. Then, what problems that the environment is facing now? Good, global warming, pollution and population, etc. We will go to the next question. What is a global warming? Here it is the current increase in temperature of the Earth's surface and in atmosphere. Next question: what are the causes of global warming? Good, carbon dioxide, other pollutants and greenhouse gases in the atmosphere produced by the human activities are the causes of global warming. Next question: in what ways the environment is getting polluted? Air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, and also a sound pollution. What are the causes of degrading the environment? Yes, deforestation, rapid growth of industries, high quality of exhaust gases, gases that released by vehicles, chemical effluents, explosion of population. These are the causes degrading the environment. Good. Next question: how do global warming and pollution affect on us? The effect on our environment, economic and extinct of all kinds of species and on our health. Then what should we do to protect our environment? We should plant trees, we should say no to plastic and conserve water and energy, and we should follow the reduce, reuse and recycling policies. Children, based on the ideas that we have discussed just now, prepare a script in groups and present it in your classroom. Now, watch this video of oral presentation of a student in the classroom.
I am Sanjana. I am studying 9th class. First of all, I wish a very warm good morning to all of you. We know that every year on 5th June is celebrated as the World Environment Day. Why? Because it is important to raise the global awareness about the environment. Everyone knows the importance of our nature. It consists of all the living beings on the earth, which are mutually dependent on each other. Today, the environment has been facing the problem of global warming and pollution in every form of possible. Do you know what is global warming? Yes, the current increase in temperature of the Earth's surface and in atmosphere is known as global warming. Carbon dioxide, other pollutants and greenhouse gases in the atmosphere produced by our activities are cause of global warming. On the other hand, deforestation, rapid growth of industries, high qualities of exhaust gases, vehicles on the road and chemical fluids make the environment pollution in all forms as water pollution, air pollution and soil pollution, etc., which results in extinction of all species and health problems to us and future generations. So it's the time we should realize and do something to protect the environment by planting trees, say no to plastic and follow reduce, reuse and recycle policies, as well as conserve the water and energy. Thank you for giving me this opportunity on this auspicious occasion.
Children, you have watched a video of a speech. There is a lot of scope for doing mistakes, particularly in the main domains of syntax, morphology, punctuations, tenses. Observe the editing. Children, check whether you have presented all the ideas and check whether there are any missing words, excess words, wrong word order. Also, you check the tense, whether it is present or past, and check the agreement, the person, gender markers, and sometimes case or possessives and prefixes and suffixes, etc. Here are identified some errors in the script. Observe the underlined words. Why? Because is not the right one. Here because is enough. The next error is everyone knows. Here it is not the right one. Everyone knows, because everyone indicates subject and it is in simple present. So, everyone knows. The next one is the environment have been facing so many problems. Instead of that one, the environment has been facing so many problems is the right one. Okay children, taking the help of your teacher, complete the task given to you. I will be waiting for you to correct your answers when we meet again. Okay children, hope you enjoyed this class. Goodbye. Bye children.